Hello. So, in my last video, I talked about handhelds, and more specifically, which one's worth it. Now, I need you to completely disregard that video, because I have got quite the topic for you. And I'm not gonna lie, handhelds are a scam. And the thing, I've been trying to get used to handhelds. I've been thinking to myself, oh, but it's worth it, it's portable. No, handhelds are a complete joke and a scam. And let me tell you why. So I've got two handhelds here. I've got an Xbox Ally X, which is $1,000. I've got the Steam Deck LCD for $490. I've got a cheap gaming laptop for $479, and I've got an expensive gaming laptop for $700. So let's get straight into it. So right off the bat, let's talk about the performance. So the performance with this, the ROG Ally X, I want to talk about benchmarks. Red Dead Redemption 2, 45 FPS, optimized settings, low with 35 watts. So, low on 45 FPS is a joke for a $1,000 console. Like, it is criminal. Cyberpunk 2077, medium settings, 50 FPS, 35 watts. Elden Ring, 45 FPS, 35 watts, low settings. Now, this is all while not plugged in. With plugged in, it's probably going to be better. Okay, so I'm just including it to be not plugged in. Now then, so those specifications are not good for a $1,000 console. So let's talk about the gaming laptop that's $700. So in Red Dead, you can expect, or Red Dead 2, you can expect 70 to 90 FPS high settings. In Cyberpunk, you can expect 60 to 80 FPS high. Elden Ring, you can expect 60 FPS max settings, which is stupidly good. Now, let's talk about the more budget alternatives. The Steam Deck LCD. So in Red Dead Redemption 2, you can get it for, well, you can get 45 FPS in optimized settings, which I'm pretty sure it's low, but it says optimized settings when I did the research, and 35 watts. Cyberpunk 2077, low to medium settings at 42 to 50 FPS. And Elden Ring, low preset, 40 to 45 FPS. Now, I'm assuming this is the 35 watts or max, so I can't really confirm with that. So yeah, also, shit, I just realized. Okay, so I may have mixed up my notes a bit. So Red Dead Redemption 2 is probably going to be about 30 to 55 FPS on like low settings, 35 watts, well, max watts. I don't know how much wattage the Steam Deck LCD will do, so I'm just going to put it up right here. So I've got my notes a bit screwed up there. So a cheap gaming laptop, this one right here, I'm going to put it up on the screen. So let's talk about this. So Red Dead Redemption 2, medium settings, 60 to 75 FPS. Cyberpunk 2077 can do 60 FPS on average, medium. And Elden Ring can do 60 FPS low to medium. And this is capped at 60 FPS. So you can't do 90 FPS or 120 FPS unless you've got like mods going. So let's talk about the features. So with handheld, it's simple to use. Like, you just get the, I think it's like a console pretty much, except you can mod games, which is good. And you can access Windows on the Xbox Ally X, which is good. But when it comes to things like a laptop, you can pretty much do anything. You can do schoolwork, you can do college work, you can do anything. You can make videos, you can game develop, you can, God knows, you can look at anything. That's how good laptops are. Well, relatively good. So, those are the features, okay? So a laptop can just do anything. But this is where the laptops actually start to lose a little. See, the battery is a bit bad when it comes to gaming laptops. So, the more expensive gaming laptop takes 2 hours with heavy tasks. That's how long it lasts. And 5 hours with light tasks, so things such as like watching YouTube or writing on a Word document. So basic light stuff like that, or Stardew Valley and games like Terraria, they'll be pretty easy to run, they'll be light to run, so they won't take up as much battery. The cheap laptop takes anywhere from 1 to 3 hours with heavy tasks, and 7 to 8 hours on light tasks. Now the reason why is because the GPU is an AMD GPU, so it's going to be more optimized for gaming, whereas Nvidia is more optimized for like ray tracing, high quality stuff. So there is that, and also I'm pretty sure AMD is just good for just power saving, which is good. So that's another thing as well. You could probably put some like power saving settings which will save up battery. So this is where we get to the handhelds. And the ROG Ally X, I found that you can do 3 hours of gaming with heavy usage games like AAA games like Battlefield 6, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 and whatnot. So that's good. And 10 hours like light gaming, so like Minecraft, Terraria, that'll be lasting longer. The Steam Deck LCD will last for 2 to 3 hours with, like I said, heavy games, if they can even run heavy games. So games like Red Dead 2 and Cyberpunk will last like 2 to 3 hours, while games like Minecraft and Terraria will last between 7 to 8 hours. Now I do have a battery solution for the laptop, and that is get a power bank. So just get a power bank and that'll solve all your problems. So I mean, it's more effective than a laptop, and also, well no, sorry no. Getting a power bank is a lot more effective and a lot more better, but also your games won't look like absolute horrible, crappy quality, while also playing on the lowest amount of frames. And the price is, I'm just going to pop all of them up on screen right here. So here is the Xbox Ally X, here's the Steam Deck, here's the expensive gaming laptop, and here's the cheap gaming laptop. Now then, one more thing I'd like to say as well is spending $1,000 for a expensive handheld is just really bad, because you don't get the performance, and even then we've gone for like cheaper alternatives. Like the thing, the gaming laptop is cheaper than the Xbox Ally X by like $300. So that's the good news. Like, you're getting more performance and you're saving money. And the cheap gaming laptop as well is just like by $10, but still you're getting much better performance. So the one thing that I will like to say is that the one handheld that is considered to be worth it is the Steam Deck Oled, and that's because you're getting an OLED display. That is the only reason why. Because of that OLED display, you're able to like lower down the settings because of how good an OLED monitor looks. Well, an OLED display. So here's my little conclusion. So I'd recommend getting 2 of the laptops that I've just displayed, or whatever laptop you find of use. Here is, I'm going to make like a little like notes here. Here's the minimum that you should go for when buying a laptop, and that's pretty much it. Another thing as well is, for the handhelds, if you do desperately want a handheld, I'd recommend getting OLED, Steam Deck OLED, because the OLED display is going to be good. Any of the other handhelds, I would not recommend. Because I was looking at the handhelds and I'm like, wait a minute, this is really bad for performance. So that's the thing, I feel kind of bad making my previous video. And another thing as well is, like, any future handheld I wouldn't say is worth it at the moment, just because I think if there's like a cheap OLED handheld, I would say yes, go for that, because OLED displays are quite good. But I wouldn't recommend like an Xbox Ally or like a newer Steam Deck that doesn't have an OLED display, because for that price you could get a PC. Like, you could get like a really good PC. So I mean, just save up and get these like cheaper laptops, because they just perform, like, even the cheaper laptop can perform much better than the Xbox Ally X. Like, that's the thing, The Xbox One X, like I said, in Cyberpunk, medium settings 50 FPS on 35 watts, while the cheap laptop can do 60 FPS medium. It's kind of bad, considering that, like, it's doing better. But yeah, my final verdict, just get a laptop, and that's pretty much it. So, if you have any video ideas, just let me know down in the comments, and that's pretty much it. So, if you enjoyed, nice, have a good day.